Let me get you guys right here. I'll be right back, yo. Right back. Hold on. Hi, you guys. Okay. So, do you guys remember like all the problems and stuff that I was having with like my doors and everything like that? So, I went to go drop off my money order and I see that there's a paper down there. I couldn't figure out how to like fix and do like what the problem is. Yeah. I'm gonna do it right now. Hi guys. Because every time I put in the money order, I work over there, it just don't seem to be going through. Okay, is this what up here? Hold on. Hi, 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 hi. Look, okay. Paper real quick, so I can do it real quick. Okay. Uh, um, Hi. So I gotta tell you guys something, right? And I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Just give me a second to fill out this paperwork. Hold on, guys. Um, all right. So everything's good, but I want you guys to tell me. I'm gonna try to figure something so you guys are gonna see. Right. So today I was at work and I had witnessed a woman and a man kind of getting into it, and there was a gentleman standing at a particular spot, right? And the woman had said something not to him, but she said something about him, right? So he heard what she said. He responded back. And I got into it long story short. When the gentleman left, the woman's response was, "Oh, I don't care. He didn't have to go that hard on me. He's a man." And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe if you weren't speaking about him, he wouldn't have said anything to you pertaining to you speaking about him. So, and then her response was, "Oh, if there was a guy that she knew, that it would have been a fight." And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful for this, but I'm thinking to myself, if a man would have got in that because you started something, I feel like he would be wrong. Because if a woman says something about a man or to a man, just because you're a woman does not mean he's not going to respond the same way you responded. He matched your same energy, right? I don't feel like he was wrong because the woman response was, "Oh, I wasn't talking to you." He said, "Yeah, but you're talking about me." She was. So I'm saying to myself, you're upset because he gave you the same energy you gave him, or are you upset because he went a little bit harder than what you expected him to go? She didn't expect that to happen. I told women all this time, don't buck to a man if you know about that life. Don't don't just leave men alone. And that's why I tell you, sometimes you don't know what somebody else is going through. This man probably could have been on his last leg standing, and he was just fed up. And he was just pissed because his response to her was, "I'm telling you, be quiet." And I'm just like, oh, I mean, it wasn't really nothing that anybody could say because she started it. I don't think he was wrong. And then when she left, and sorry, then when he left out, her response was, "Oh, everybody goes through something." And I'm just like, so if everybody goes through something, and you going through something, why would you speak about somebody when you don't know what this man is going through? I was like, is this really happening or am I tripping? And then let me finish on that, right? So it's a woman that we work with, and she has a disability. She has something called a work coach, and the woman comes there to make sure that the managers are treating her right, and like the employees are treating her right, which anybody can understand, right? I see you, chunky cheeks, right? I'm gonna read that. Give me 1 second. So, I mean, just a woman that's her dangerous. So if a man was with her, she would put him into an unnecessary argument. Oh my goodness. That is something I cannot do. I cannot put a man in harm's way. I'm not gonna put a man in any type of situation where he feels like he has to defend me. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't want to do that because, you know, I don't want anybody to get into it over something that could have been avoided if I would have just shut my mouth and just not said anything to anybody. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place. That wasn't the time or the place to say something about this gentleman who was still standing there, heard her, and matched her energy. I say he wasn't wrong, so I agree. And then um, she was she had asked her, well, why does the woman come here to see you? And I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you even asking her about who this woman is? It's none of your business, right? So then she was explaining, so she comes there and makes sure that the employees are treating her right, the managers treating her right, see how she's doing, with the job and with the people. And anybody can understand it because you have a disability, you will want somebody to have your back. I respect it. This woman gonna go, oh, you gotta understand, everybody go through something. You're not the only one going through something. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And my facial expressions at my job was like, because I'm thinking to myself, like, you just got into it with a grown man, and now you're over here. What are you doing, right? And yes, the same woman, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is happening? I was like, bro, is something wrong with her, right? And then the work coach had walked behind her. So then the lady with the disability said, oh, that's just my work coach walking behind you. Child, you would have thought it was a goddamn thunderstorm outside. She was like, oh, I don't care. She works at the same place I work at. And I was like, she was like, oh, I don't care. I don't want nobody walking behind me. I don't care who you are. I was like, I'm like, 3 strikes, you out the ballpark. Because I was like, my facial expression, yo, I swear, my facial expression was just like, because I'm thinking to myself, damn, if you batting 3 for 3, like, you sit down. And I was just like, is this lady serious right now? Or am I really tripping? I was like, yo, what is happening? Like, how do you go from you going through something to you saying something to this gentleman, then you got mad because he said something back? I tell women all the time, if you can't go toe to toe with a man the way he might want to go toe to toe with you, leave him alone. Mind your business. And she was like, oh, I don't care what nobody say. He didn't have to do all that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, you didn't have to say nothing to him either. You didn't have to say nothing. This man don't know you from a can of paint. This man don't know you from watching paint dry on the wall. So why are you having something to say? This man gave you back the same energy you gave him, but he gave her up. She wasn't expecting that because she's a woman. I said, do y'all not understand? Men nowadays will smack the piss out of a woman if a woman hits him. And my mother always taught me, you keep your hands to yourself unless somebody puts their hands on you. Other than that, I'm not gonna be sitting up here hitting nobody's son. Like, bitch, you ain't finna hit me. I'm not about to sit here and act like I could beat no man. Like, I'm not. No. If anything, I was trying to have me on my damn side. Like, I don't want to answer. Like, I'm not trying to argue no man. Like, no. I don't even like arguing in freaking private. What the hell? You know what I mean? So, like, no, I'm more of a conversation person. Like, if, we can figure out our problems together. Ain't nobody in our business. Cool, I get it. But I was like, sure. Let's see, hallway. That's real. Someone will leave her. I'm just saying that. I'm just telling people. I do believe some men were taught keep your hands to yourself. I believe that. But my thing is, women, I feel like they try to use that too much as a crutch. Like, oh, I'm a woman, you can't hit me. Or, I'm a woman, you can't say something to me. She, you want somebody lie to your ass. Somebody lie to you. You cannot do that because you're going to get the same man that's going to match that same energy. And he's going to be the type of man that tell you bring anybody you want. I don't give a bully don't got no name. Sit down, you better Kendrick Lamar be humble. Stop playing. Nobody got time to be sitting up here getting into a fight because you sat up there and said something to this man. It was not your business. Mind your business. And I was just like, yo, I'm sorry, but if a fight would have broke out, honest to God, I would have left my job. I would have left and went right outside and sat in my car and waited till everything was over. Because I'm not about to be sitting up there dealing with that. When you started something, no, you should never put a man in harm's way. Or you should never put a man in that type of situation because, again, a bullet don't got no name. A bullet don't got no name. No. Like, what's, no. You're talking about having gotten into it. No. I've never gotten into it with her. Never. I've never gotten into it with her. Because it's not my place to tell her something about other people. But I've just observed, like today, I just observed it and I was like, yo, am I bugging? I don't speak to her because I see how she moves. And I was like, yo, this not for me. Like I don't want this type of energy. And this is not talking ish. This is me just giving you guys what I seen today. That's not talking about somebody. That's just something that I say. This is what I witnessed at my job. Like, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm bugging? Do you think that my thoughts are wrong? I don't have to sit there and get into it with her because I'm not going to put myself in that type of situation to get into it with her. And on top of that, I know there's a lot of times when you have to ignore someone who's ignorant. And I'm not saying that she is, I'm talking about overall in general. But I wouldn't put myself in that. Now, God forbid, and I'm saying God forbid because I don't want to get into it with nobody, right? First of all, she's older. That's not, she's older, okay? She's older. And that man is matched her energy. And I was like, yeah, nah, that's not for me, boo. And I'm just like, I felt bad because I'm thinking to myself, like, this man probably is going through so much, and you probably just, it was a tick, 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 and you just boom, like, you just leave that. You don't have to get into it with somebody to observe something. You can observe something and you're like, well, damn, you know, did y'all see that? Like, am I tripping? Am I bugging? So I don't know. You know how I have put in phone calls for like my private door in my room don't close right. The one in the hallway don't close right, and the entrance private don't close right, and my son's don't close right. So they have a paper that says property, unit, location, problem, permission to enter, resident must be present. Oh, I don't need to be present. And description of the problem. Leave form email slot once finished. So I fill this out, and I'm gonna hold on. Right, and I'm going to bring it down so I could fix it. Oh, what's the name? What's today's date? It's 17, yeah, 17, 17, 20. Oh my goodness, I hope I put the right year. be right back, you guys. Don't be, my phone been bugging lately. It's been cutting off by stuff. I don't know. Because I'm about to eat some goulash and stuff like that. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go, what's the name? What? I was trying to charge this today, right? Like my watch. And it's only even charge my damn watch. I was so mad. I'm gonna charge my phone. Go for it. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me like 1 second. Okay, I'll be right back. I could always just bring this. You know what? Yeah, I'll just do this tomorrow. I'm probably doing anything right now. Besides eating. So that was kind of something that I had observed today. But I don't think that a woman should ever put a man in that type of predicament because you just honest to God, you just never know. Like I just don't think that a woman should ever put a man in that type of predicament where he needs to protect you because something you started. That's why I told him, like, you gotta really be careful because some men out here, they really don't care. Like, some men will clock this out of you and just keep it pushing. And I just feel like nowadays, and I'm not, again, like, I hope nobody don't get offended at what I'm saying, but women can't keep using it as an excuse. It's like, if you become disrespectful to this man or maybe put their fingers in their face and all, this is like, what are you doing? Like, this is somebody's child. Why you got their hands in their face? I just don't think it's appropriate behavior for a woman or a man. But every time I came in, like, I don't keep saying that. Sorry, I thought it. It's driving me crazy. I tell women all the time, be careful. Because if a woman don't got a sister, he got a mother. And I'm pretty sure don't nobody mother want to be out there fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I tell my son, listen, if a woman ever do something to you, walk away from her. I would tell my son, call the cops on her. I said, because the same way she can press charges on you for putting her hands on you, and for you putting your hands on her, which I pray to God he never does. I said, lock her up. She'll learn then. Well, I don't know, because sometimes some women still be tripping, even after getting locked up and all of that. It's like, man, what are you doing? Like, come on, you better keep them off and be humble. The hell, like, stop. You can't put me as nobody's child. Or, I don't like when when a woman put her hands on a man, right? And then do it be like, nah, man, she just smashed you, get over it. No, like, you should not be hitting nobody. You shouldn't be putting your hands on anybody at all. So stop it. And I tell people, men get abused every day. Men get abused by women. Yes, they can. Some men get mentally abused, sexually abused, like all type of abuse. Like a woman can do the same thing to a man. Like no, that's not okay. You don't treat nobody like that. Damn, this girl is not. I don't agree. I believe the same thing that goes for a man needs to go for a woman. You put your hands on me, I'm hitting you back. Like what are you talking? No. No, I would never sit up there and tell my son, oh yeah, like clean cold cutter, like hit her. No, but at the same time, I always tell my son, you walk away from that. But I'm gonna tell you, if a woman is ever trying to do some serious damage to my son, I told her, you better clock her ass. No, you get home, you're not gonna hurt my baby. If you're trying to walk away, no, sit. To drink my she better sit down and be humble. No, you can't be sitting there trying to stab somebody's child, shoot somebody's child. Like what? Okay, okay. Keep your hands to yourself. Never for violence, but made for the BS either though. So I'm like, no, keep your hands to yourself. Have one come at me and be like the damn truck. What you be doing to these women? For me, right? People say, this is for me. You know, some people say once a cheater, always a cheater. I believe once an abuser, always an abuser because you can only dim it down for so long until you always start to come back, right? And I'm not saying don't forgive somebody. That's your choice if you want to forgive them. Listen, God bless, good luck. But I would tell my son, do not do it because if she does it one time, she's going to do it again. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Some people believe once a cheater, always a cheater. And some people believe that cheaters can change. That person has to change it for themselves. I don't think it changes in the relationship, but they can do better in the marriage. I agree. And the thing is, like that at 24, I no longer do at 34. You know what's so funny? I used to always think, right, the older men and women got, the wiser they become. You know when they say age ain't nothing but a number? I now understand what that means. Because sometimes I just be like, how old are you? And you still don't know? What? And it's funny because like there's a lot of people that are afraid to change, right? But as you get older, you change. You know, your taste buds are different, or what you like in a woman may change. Or you may want to, financially change your occupation because you might want more for yourself. So I don't think anybody should really be afraid of change. hmm I agree, 100%. Right? I'm always standing here eating. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm hungry. Mm. Alright, you guys, hold on. Alright, I'm back. Let me show y'all. Oops, my bad. Don't judge me. Okay, wait. Yo, look at that. King's Hawaiian Bites. Original Hawaiian. I can't see what that say. Look at this. Look at this. Do you not know I would fuck that up about my damn self? Do you not know that? Like, do you not even understand? I would fuck that up by myself, okay? Fuck that up by myself, okay? Look at it. Look at it. Do y'all see that though? Listen. Listen. Listen to me. My little fat ass, okay? I seen this and I was like, I gotta try it. But they was like, mad high and stuff, which I was like, boo. I'll wait till them joints go down. I'll see if I can use like my points and get it like $3 off, right? Do you see this though? I am an advocate for this because at the end of the day, I am greedy. He said they better put your friend in commercial. I was like, y'all, look, I gotta show y'all this. Let me show y'all. Let me show you. So I bought this today because I had a $10 gift card. So let me show y'all. Oh, never mind. It's in the back. I'm not getting it. I gotta get more soon. He gonna call me and go, Mom, I'm hungry. I said, you get your good drinks. I said, tell them to get you something to eat. He said, oh, what they got? I don't want that. I said, well, you ain't hungry. He said, well, then I'll just starve. I said, okay, bye. I love you. See you later. I gotta clean up. I'm not just done getting up. Just shit. I will, though. Just not right now. Oh, God. Right. So that's kind of what I had observed earlier. And I guess for me, right, I personally don't even understand why she even said something about him because I'm like, you don't know this man, and you sit up here saying something about him. Like, why do you even have something to say about him? Is what I don't understand. I think that's just it's weird. Like, why are you even doing that? I tell people sometimes you will get a person, they'll walk away from you, right? Cool. These kids are a trip. I just finished school shopping for my. I haven't started my son's school shopping yet because I didn't get the list yet. Or I think I just didn't click the damn link because I'm scared to even see what he needs this year. Hey, you guys, I gotta go to court. Oh, the lady? I gotta go to court, you guys. I just want to like this so that, oh my goodness. I don't know what she said, but I only caught when he said something, and then that's when I caught like what what was happening. I gotta go to court because I gotta have to. My son braces, right? So you know, like when if your kids got braces, they say that if you're doing a payment, it's better to walk in with a good amount of money, so that way you know your payments could be low, which is cool. You know, I totally get that. I was looking at like a car payment, and I'm not walking in there with 1,700. I'm not walking in there with 1,500 to $1,700 by myself. So I will be bringing the other party back in there to make them help me with this, with the braces. And I don't feel like I'm wrong for it either. I'm so goddamn tired, man. I'm about to go to bed at like 5 o'clock because I'm tired as hell, yo. So that's pretty much that. Now, other than that, I figure everything out by myself, but I'm just not doing that by myself. When I already have bills and stuff that I gotta pay, like, I'm not doing it. Then I gotta take a few days off in August. Oh my goodness, God, please. What time I send me and my son? I says, I gotta go to listening. I gotta get some. I mean, I guess I gotta take a few days off. So I gotta bring it to my job. Oh, I'm tired. It doesn't. No comment. I'm not gonna make a comment on that, but I know I'm going back in there though. I'm trying to go um Monday because like when I do stuff like that, it takes a while. So the sooner the better. I don't even know how long. I don't even know. I'm tired. What the hell? Um, if it does not, one thing I don't want to do, right, is I never want to put anything on anybody's parents. I just think it's wrong. If that does not go, I've already asked for help. I got declined. Cool, right? Not gonna argue with you. Not gonna go back and forth. Gonna take it to court. And if it doesn't go smooth, I'll just ask the grandparents, like, hey, can you guys help me? And then somebody said, wake up, beautiful, beautiful, start as hell. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't mind.